Going live. You're live.
I'm live too.
We think we're live.
Let's just wait 1 second.
Yeah, there we go.
We're live. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. YouTube has made some changes. We're used to doing.
Do they ever not make changes?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Studio Creator Classic is what we've always just gone to because the new one's such a mess. It seems like there's now questions on the regular one that you can't access through Classic, so we'll do some testing so that we're not 2 minutes late again. Sorry about that. Seems like there's a decent number of people in chat, so that lets me know that at least our social media and our emails are getting to everybody. Let's real quick do a rundown of what we're thinking we're going to do today, and then we'll kind of just let you guys decide what we do. The first thing we want to do is we want to let you guys decide what we're going to make to give away as a food during our next live stream. We've done jerky, we've done snack sticks. We can do any type of cured product. I do want to keep it cured. I don't want to do a fresh product, so I don't want to send that out through the mail. So snack sticks, summer sausage, jerky, whatever you guys want. Just we'll all come to an agreement on the seasoning and the type of sausage, and I'll get that done. We'll draw some winners for these Victorinox rose-handled knives.
You used one?
I used one.
Oh, come on.
I'll try to stop Austin from licking them before we send them out. Have you seen the lick challenge?
No.
Oh my God.
Is that a thing?
I talked to some of my friends from college last night, 2 nights ago, last night, and I was asking if we were still in college, would we have gone to spring break? And unfortunately, they all said that I was the one who would have still gone. So I'm trying to withhold judgment from these college kids down in Myrtle Beach or wherever doing their spring break, but it's just not smart.
Are they licking knives?
So there's like a lollipop lick challenge. Like one will lick a lollipop, hand it to the other, and they all lick the same lollipop.
Oh, no. That's
terrible. Terrible. But, okay, so we're also going to draw some winners for these knives. I've got 3 of them. We are also going to open up the redrawing for the Weston Pro ADL Dehydrator. The person who won it last month did not claim it. I tried to contact him 3 times, never responded to any of my emails. So his loss is your gain. We're going to go ahead and draw a new winner. We're going to open that up today, but we're not drawing a winner today. I tried to make that clear in my social media posts and the email. So you can get extra entries today, and then when we do our regular live stream, we'll let you enter again then, and we'll go ahead and draw the winner then. If you are here and enter and we draw you and you don't get it, I will look to see when the entry is from, and if it is from today, you won. So being here with us today all day will give you some leeway on the other if you enter. Other than that, we're trying something new. I know everyone's kind of staying at home, trying to practice this social distancing.
Wait,
you notice
why don't we have 6 feet between us?
Further
Come
away
on.
from each other. Usually we like to link arms as we type. But we have a call-in number for you guys. So we're going to let you guys call in, talk to us, couple rules. Have whatever you're watching it on muted before you call in. If we hear an echo, we're going to dump you right away. It's just too annoying for everybody. Have something to say, have a point, and no swearing.
Yeah, let's keep it
this
as family friendly as we can.
But it's a family friendly show. You swear, sorry, you're getting dumped. So where we got? We got Alabama, we got Utah, I saw Alaska.
Is it Dave from Alaska, or is it we got somebody else from
Dave?
Alaska?
I don't know. It didn't seem like it was Dave. Somebody said something about Richardson was bacon jerky.
Oh yeah, we've got several comments for bacon jerky already, and I would like to put my own. Mickey is calling in.
I guess we take it. Hey Mickey, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
We're doing good. What's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. This is a number to call into.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nope, that's fine. This is the number to call in to talk to the live stream of waltonsinc.com.
Okay. I'm just waiting on that to come on.
Are you not seeing the live stream?
No.
Where are you trying to watch it?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, are you at waltonsinc.com/live, or where are you?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And it's not showing up?
Nope.
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at a blank screen with a circle disclosed.
Okay, so it's buffering or something, because you're talking to everybody else who's watching right now.
Okay.
So try hitting your refresh. Try hitting your refresh button on your browser. See if that does it. We'll hang with you for a couple minutes here.
That's okay. Let me do something here.
Okay.
Yep, and people are definitely joining because we've already got 271 impressions, 258 actions, so we're good.
And when the person's on the phone, you don't have to yell at them.
There we are.
They can hear you over the mic.
You see us now?
Yes, it is.
Sounds
Awesome.
good. You have anything to say? Anything you want to say to all the other viewers?
Not at all. Let's go ahead and
Can we bump him up a little bit? I can't. Thanks. Say that again, Mickey?
No, I was just saying, let's go ahead and get started.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks, man. All right, so most of you have already seen it. Obviously, a lot of you have been here before. At waltonsinc.com/live, that's where you enter for the knives and the ADL Dehydrator. It's the same giveaway. We're going to draw 3 winners from this, or from that for the knives today, and then it'll be the same giveaway we're doing at the end of the month during our next live stream, or beginning of the month. Now, we are doing this live stream on April 1st, but it is not. Go ahead.
Got another caller coming in.
And Mark.
Mark, how's it going?
Mark,
Yo, good afternoon.
how you doing?
I'm doing just good. I love listening to you guys, and I just wanted to say go Team Orange today.
Yeah, Team Orange. Woo! I'm ahead 1-0.
I was clear in my social media post that orange would get you banned.
No, you got to remember
He's
that.
gone.
I retain ultimate
That was
control
clever.
there. You can try all
That
you
was
want,
clever.
but-
Good job. Was it Mark? Mm-hmm. Good job, Mark.
Looking forward to
Oh, he's still there.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, he's still there. Hey, do you have any questions or anything else you want to say? I do appreciate the Team Orange comment, but anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. Just wanted to say Team Orange.
Awesome.
Have a good day, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, it's funny how much of a kick people are getting out of that
Yeah.
blue-orange thing. So we have our phone set up where it's routing through our teams, whatever. If somebody else is calling, you'll just get a busy signal. You can hold or just try calling back is probably your best bet, though. There we go.
Got a guy named Jones Ryan.
I would
No,
assume
no. Just hang up right now.
Ah,
Hang up right now.
What's going on, Tex?
Oh, not much. Just wanted to call in to show my support for Team Blue.
1-1. Are we gonna have to keep the scoreboard?
Hey, I don't think he counts. He's your general, so
should count twice then.
you expect him to call in.
He should count twice then.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna call it 1-1.
At least we have a general. I've got an entire military ranking system for all my members.
We're all equal. We don't have hierarchies
No,
on
you're
Team
not.
Orange.
So you're the same level as anyone else?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a vote to be taken, what's up, Tex?
Team Orange sounds like socialism.
Also, can we talk about the fact that red, white, and blue, orange, and nothing?
America would be great again if we were the red, white, and orange. Oh, goodness.
Tex,
Well-
you got a question or just calling to rally the troops?
I'm rallying the troops, and I do have a question.
Go ahead.
In a survival situation like we're almost in now, between you and Austin, who's going to survive the longest and why?
It's me.
What?
Is that? Come on.
I have a lot more weapons and ammunition than you.
That's a fair point. You have more weapons and ammunition. You have a young child to look after. I don't have that. I've got a wife who could beat most men up, in all honesty. She's way stronger than a lot of guys. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 dogs that are basically ancient Roman attack dogs. I mean, they're enormous. So I'm going to start. Plus, I'll eat literally anything. Like month-old possum on the side of the road. Yeah, I'll take that and eat that.
You also live like in the city, though. So the first place that's going to go down is the city. I live a little bit out of town, and so people are just going to forget that there's houses that exist out there. What I live in
is a city.
Yeah. You still live in the city.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
My closest neighbor is 70 yards away.
My closest neighbor is like 400 yards away.
Oh, whatever. I mean, you're a little bit more rural than I am, but not by any impressive amount. It's not like you have a compound.
There's only like 20 houses all around there.
Do you get this place?
Oh, I get this place too.
Well, then, yeah, it would be you, because you'll have all the cure.
We've talked about that. And I don't know if I should share this plan, but we're going to be running patrols on the top of the building with ARs and yeah. But that's like a lot worse than we are now. We're not talking like these
if it gets
times.
To that
that's
point,
like
I'll be
like
here too.
Legit apocalyptic times.
Right.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point, I will be here as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good question, Tex. But yeah, no, it's definitely me.
All right.
Agree to disagree.
Good talking to you, buddy.
Good talking to you.
All right. I have not even taken a look at the chats. Is there Patrick? Patrick's trying to do a bunch of things today, so we might have problems with your chats. We'll do our best.
I think we got a guy named Ryan.
Yep.
If not,
Ryan Menold? Yep, it's Ryan. Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, good. Is this John?
This is John.
Yeah, hey, question on Voodoo Ranger IPA brats.
Okay.
So I'm going to try them next weekend, and I'm trying to plan a little bit here, but I didn't know how much beer you can put in. I'm going to do a 25-pound batch. How much beer can you put in there? And as far as pushing the limits on the amount of liquid. And I've got 3 different binders. I've got carrot fiber, super vines, Sure Joe, whichever I can choose from. Either any of them. So didn't know how much to go with that. And what if you had the choice on the binders, what would you use?
So you're making it a fresh brat, right? You're not going to cure it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it'd be a fresh. Yes, the fresh brat with the habanero mango. I got the Excalibur's, their seasoning, and so yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So then, with anytime you're making a fresh brat and you want to add a binder, and carrot fiber we put it in the binders section, but it's really a moisture retainer. I mean, that's what a binder does. It just does it a different way. I would absolutely use carrot fiber, and with carrot fiber, I would go as high as 1.5 of the Voodoo Rangers for the full 25-pound batch. I would not go higher than that.
Really?
I would not go to 2.
Why not?
1, you want it as a compliment. You don't want to be overly tasting the beer. And 2, it's gonna make it a little sloppy.
Well, no, but so I took, maybe I heard the question wrong, but I heard it's like how much could you put in, like the maximum.
Oh.
Now, so look at it 2 ways. How much could you put in for liquid, and then how much would you suggest?
So
on liquid?
Could you put in? You could put in a lot. Carrot fiber holds up to 26 times its weight in water. But when I made them, I added it at a rate of 1.5 beers per 25 pounds, and I used carrot fiber, and it was I would not have made any changes to that. It was absolutely delicious.
Okay, no, that sounds good. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Let us know how it is. I think that is something that's really going to take off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, I'm excited to try it. I'll let you know. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
Yep, bye.
All right, so it does look like we have a bunch of bacon jerkies.
Oh, we got a guy named Sniffin' Jerry calling it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Or Julian. We'll do Sniffin'.
Yep, he came first. Oh, no, you went with Julian, I think.
No, this is Sniffin'.
Is this Jerry or?
Who's on the line?
Yep, Jerry from Florida.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Doing very well. I have an issue, and we're getting a lot of feedback, I think, but on my bologna making, I always seem to get a lot of separation with the fat while I'm poaching. The meat looks beautiful when I go ahead and process it, but then when I go to cook it, it seems like I get that separation, and the meat turns out grainy, and of course I've got an outside layer of fatty water, so to speak.
Right. Okay. A couple questions. What's your protein?
Okay, I don't have my recipe with me right now.
Okay. But are you using beef, pork, a combination of beef and pork?
Combination of beef and pork. Yeah.
Okay. So what you're experiencing, it sounds like, from what you're explaining, is fat out, and that's when the fat renders out of the meat during the cooking process. It's fairly common. There's a couple things you can do to mitigate that. Number one is what you're looking for is better protein extraction. So part of the reason we like Excalibur seasonings a lot is because all of them are formulated with the correct salt in mind. So what salt does, as soon as you add it to a ground product, it goes in and it starts solubilizing the proteins in the middle of the muscles, okay? What that does is allows them to grab on and bind to everything else a lot more firmly. So you want to make sure whatever your recipe is that it has the correct salt content. If you're doing a homemade one, I mean, my recommendation would be to go to a prepackaged seasoning from Excalibur, but if you don't want to do that, I'd look at upping your salt content. I'd mix it a lot more. You want it to be really sticky. The best thing I can say is when you pick up a handful of it and you pull your hands apart, it should stretch with you a good distance before that breaks into two clumps. Other than that, I'd add Sure Gel meat binder. After you have it dialed in how you want, you might be able to go to carrot fiber, but anytime anyone's having a problem with fat out, the first thing I suggest you do is go to Sure Gel. It's a little bit more expensive than carrot fiber, but it is a great binder in that it gives you extra protein, so it makes protein extraction easier. Do you know your smoking schedule?
I've been following the routines that they have printed, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it doesn't sound like then that your smoke schedule is your issue. My guess, it sounds exactly like fatting out, and the best way to prevent fatting out is a binder like Sure Gel and extra mixing.
Okay, sounds great. I appreciate the information.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm here to get an 11-pound, Ted Koski says. Ted, they are on sale for the rest of the month. They will not be on sale for a long, would we do it July 4th? We don't have a plan for them to be on sale again. They may be, but we don't have a plan.
Yeah.
So now would be the time to pull the trigger. So, are we talking about possibly having
the new stuff we talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
We can do that.
So they're
like not too specifically, but yeah.
I don't know what you want to.
No, go ahead. Whatever. You'll be fine. Just don't tell them don't tell people a date.
Oh, okay. So we're looking at finally getting our own brand of grinders. So we will still carry Weston grinders, but we will have a Walton's branded grinder made to our specifications. Obviously, these last couple of months with us being without the Pro and Butcher and most of the popular series has been tough, but it did kind of give us the kick in the pants we needed to finally get moving, and because we've been talking about doing this for years. So they will hopefully, they'll be good grinders. We will make sure.
Yeah, they will be good grinders.
They have all the horsepower they need. We'll make sure they're, made to our specifications. Not going to talk about pricing right now, but we're not going to take you over the coals on them.
Yeah, I'm sure the pricing is not going to be any more than any of the grinders that we currently offer.
Right.
We're hoping to be less. It depends on how things end up finalizing, but we should know something a little more firm within 2 or 3 weeks. We do get our we should get our samples, our final samples, like with logos, everything done up in the next probably 2-3 weeks here. Nice. So when we get those, you'll be able to have a little toy time, doing some reviews. You'll have some fun with that, but it'll take us a few months after that to actually get them in, because to actually produce the quantity that we have to order at one time, it doesn't just happen overnight. But the ultimate goal is it's March. We've really got April, May, June, July, and then we need at least 4 months. Yeah. Part of August before we really kind of get back really into the deep season of meat processing. So we'll have stuff before we get into our quote unquote busy season. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be awesome. As soon as I get them, guys, I'll start doing product reviews. I'll start showing them on social media. I'll use them in our YouTube videos going forward, and we'll have that to.
Oh yeah, we'll probably give that away.
Give away this Weston 22 that I won't need anymore.
The mixers, I don't know if I told you, the mixers will hook up to the grinders, so we're getting mixers too.
Whoa, mixers? Are we gonna make the 20-pound mix?
Yeah, we'll get multiple sizes of mixers
that will hook up to the.
Oh no! Okay, no, not the small one, just the big one. I think. I don't know.
I mean, you add $100 of the price. Probably.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the 20-pound. It needs to be an economical price point, so it probably won't hook up. It's not finalized, but I don't think it will.
Yeah. We'd be talking about $200 for a 25-pound mixer. That's too much.
Yeah, and then we do have additional news on the stuffer front. We will have a new version of an electric stuffer as well, one that can not only have the motor on it, but you can also then attach a hand crank to and use that as well, because I know we've had a lot of comments out of guys going, hey, I want to use an electric stuffer, but I want to be able to hand crank it if I need to. Yep. So that will be another thing that we'll have over the next 3 or 4 months here.
That's awesome. Do we want to talk about what you might be able to do with those stuffers? No?
Not yet.
Okay.
We should probably wait on that.
Hopefully they'll have some additional functionality, but we'll wait on that for later. But yeah, those we have very much looking forward to those.
Dave Haworth is asking, how much citric encapsulated acid do you add to 25 pounds of snack sticks to make them shelf stable but with no tang?
Impossible.
That's pretty much impossible. The whole thing about shelf stability is getting the pH to drop a certain amount, and you really can't hit that and not end up with any tang. The best thing I can recommend is use 4 ounces of encapsulated citric acid for 25 pounds of meat, and use some sort of seasoning that has a lot of flavor. Try to hide the tang as much as you can. But it's impossible to lower your pH and get them shelf stable using pH as your shelf stability metric. You do have other options to reach shelf stability. You can use water activity, but most people don't have a way to measure water activity.
Most people also don't have a way to measure pH.
That's true.
Relying on how much you put in.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do the water activity as well by just measuring product loss, which isn't technically safe.
It's not ideal,
right?
Because you can technically
you
could have 25 pounds of meat, you could cook it, and you could end up, by the time you added additives to it and you added whatever water, you cook it, you could end up with 25 pounds of meat again, and it could be shelf stable.
Right.
The water activity could be low enough, but you bound up all that water.
Mm-hmm.
If all that water is not free, which gets into a lot of chemistry I don't want to get into, but you could still be shelf stable, or you could lose a bunch of water and you could still not be shelf stable.
Yep.
So
and you can lose weight through fat if you fat out and your water is still unbound.
Yeah.
So what happens is, hey, got it. Joe, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How is it up there in Seattle? Or Walla Walla?
Yeah, over in Walla Walla.
Yeah.
It's a virtual ghost town. Every restaurant is closed for the most part. We just have takeout food here and there. And there's not a soul on the streets, but it's a gorgeous sunny day otherwise.
There you go. Awesome. You can't beat that. What about business at the butcher shop? People still coming in for your creations?
Yeah. Yesterday was another kind of record day. I mean, we probably nearly doubled our sales from normal days in the last 10 days.
That's awesome.
That's great. I mean, not that it's...
just had people start walking in the door now, so...
Not that it's good that, everyone's panic buying all this stuff, but that is, for some small business owners, it's been a boon.
It could be good, in the long term for some of the small businesses that are seeing it, because people, they may not keep up the same buying they're doing now, but I think we'll see more and more repeat business from it all.
Exactly. So it might be somebody who just went to you as like a last-ditch option and found out that you make amazing sausages, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And like right now too, I think it's pretty important that people support their local business, and it seems like the community is embracing that.
Awesome.
So even if it's buying gift cards from restaurants that may reopen in the next few weeks,
I've seen it. Like that, I've seen a lot of that on social media. People encouraging other people to buy gift cards for local restaurants, and that's a great idea. You're gonna use it, and that might keep people. That might keep a business open. Yeah,
because right now the longer that they're closed,
right across the street, essentially gave their employees all of their perishable food, and those employees are kind of putting that in a collective, and they're now making lunches, making dinners for people in the industry who've lost their jobs.
That's awesome.
There are hundreds of people right now who've lost their jobs in Walla Walla just overnight.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. I went to the grocery store last night. I posted this on Meatgistics. The bread aisle was cleared out. There were a ton of things, and I was like, it makes me not feel great about my fellow man. But then you hear stories like this about people coming together, helping each other out, looking out for each other, and that really does give you a nice feeling.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a good sign right now to maybe take on a new hobby, learn to bake your own bread.
Speaking of baking our own,
nice, grow your own vegetables, and
speaking of baking your own bread, we'll talk more offline about the sourdough.
What's that?
I said we'll talk more offline about the sourdough you sent me.
Oh yes.
So
I'm
wait,
I've tried a few. He sent me a starter culture or whatever you call it.
Oh.
I've tried a few things. It's not going well.
Okay.
I think I must have done something wrong initially. But we'll talk more offline about that, Joe. So, Joe, tell us what's one really out there recent sausage you've made at the butcher shop?
Well, actually today I just put out one that's kind of interesting. There's a local brewery called Burwood Brewing that's released it's a pretty traditional American lager. And they're calling it the antidote because, people keep up inside, they're going to need something. So this brewery is only available or only open right now for growler fills. So I went up there yesterday, got a growler of that, came down here and made a jalapeno, garlic, and chive antidote sausage. So that's one we're featuring today.
Very good.
And I've done quite a few in the last week. I've got a Chipotle chive with Lot Nepper Brewery's Wild Hop IPA. And I also did a hot Italian with their same IPA. I'm sure there's a few more that will come to me here, but every day I just kind of go with what sounds good. And last week was the apricot milkshake IPA brought for Court Brewing, and then I also did an Elysian Space Dust brought for one of the other local restaurants who unfortunately closed down 2 days later.
Yeah, you're big on that Elysian Space Dust stuff. I've seen you do a couple things with it.
I've had that. That's amazing.
It's an IPA.
I drank a lot of that. My wife and I, we took our honeymoon up to Seattle after we got married, and I pretty much drank Elysian every chance I got up there. It's some amazing stuff, in my opinion.
I'm not a fan of any IPAs. For anyone in the Seattle area, Joe is a butcher at Walla Walla Butcher. He creates amazing sausage. We literally gave him his own section of Meatgistics called Better Living Through Barbecue with Joe Hell. Comes up with awesome, just great concoctions. For anyone on Instagram, Joe, it's Better Living Through Barbecue on Instagram, right? Yep. So check him out there. Go to Meatgistics and look at the blogs. He's got his own there. And if you're in the Seattle area, that's a great small business to support.
Well, we're quite a ways from us.
Oh, you are? I thought you were close. Sorry.
4+ hours from Walla, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, then don't drive out there.
Hey, in today's world, there's nothing better to do but sit behind the wheel and drive.
Okay, sorry. Don't drive all the way out there then. Sorry about that, Joe. I thought you were closer.
Well, we do get a lot of tourism from that side of the state due to the wine industry here. I mean, we've got 150 plus wineries in a town of only 40,000 people.
Wow.
So we get a lot of tourism that way. But right now, again, coronavirus has kind of put a damper on that. So most tasters, I think, are open to just like pickups of wine, but nobody's doing tastings or anything like that. And that's the same with breweries around here as well. So
yeah, and unfortunately, that makes sense. Like I hate to say it because I'm very much a freedom-minded individual. I want to be able to go do whatever I want to do, but right now that makes sense to not get into large groups. So
yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. All right, thanks, Joe. We appreciate you calling in, bud.
Yeah, I can get back to the shop. We got people coming in, so you guys have a great day. Stay safe, support local business, and rock and roll.
Awesome, Joe. Thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, thank you.
So like I said, for anyone who wants to see more of what Joe does, you can go to meatgistics.com. He's got his own section of the blog there. He also posts a lot of good stuff to Instagram on Better Living Through Barbecue. I don't think it's with Joe Hell. I just think it's Better Living Through Barbecue. Definitely worth following. Yeah. Tex, I did see that. Do you want to talk about that at all?
If you want to, yeah.
So Masterbuilt just came out with a gravity-fed charcoal smoker. So it's similar to a pellet grill in that everything's encased and it's pushing the heat and the smoke from that into a box, similar to what a pellet grill does. I saw a review that got it up to 700 degrees in ridiculously low time.
13 minutes.
Was it really that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, even quicker.
I think it was quicker.
If you're at a normal temp,
yeah,
throughout the entire thing, and then only like 6-7 minutes
from that. Yeah. Right. So once you get it up to your, whatever you're smoking at, 250, from there to 700 was insanely fast. So it's got a tube on the side of the smoker. You load that with wood and charcoal, and then there's a burn box underneath with a combustion fan that blows that heat and smoke into your chamber. But yeah, they made steaks that looked unbelievable. It's definitely worth checking out. I would think was the Masterbuilt or the one he was using was the 560. So corned beef jerky.
That sounds really good.
It does sound really good. I'm wondering if we should.
I feel like it'd be really salty.
Well, if we took it like this,
yeah,
it would, and then dried this out, yeah, it'd be really salty. But if instead of cooking it, we had run it through like a smoked jerky schedule, I mean, it'd still be salty. It'd be as salty as this.
I bet you it's real nice.
So recently we did a corned beef video, and we did it 2 different ways. One we injected, the other one we let sit in the cure and the seasoning. The one that we injected was definitely my favorite, and a few other people here had said it's the best corned beef they'd ever had, but it lacked a salty flavor. It had a great flavor, it just wasn't incredibly salty. The one that we let sit in the marinade, or cure, pickle, whatever you want to call it, for 12 days is very salty. So Austin loves it because he's basically a salt addict.
For some meals, I just sit down with a salt shaker and I just eat it.
So, how's your blood pressure?
It's high, but I take medicine. It's okay.
So then what we did was we smoked it for 3 hours. We didn't rub it with anything, so we were still, in our minds, okay calling it corned beef instead of pastrami. And then instead of boiling it, we actually sous vide it. We did it for, I think, 4 hours at 210 degrees. And then I really recommend you leave it in your sous vide cooker overnight at about 185 degrees. I mean, this is cold right now, so you can't really see it, but I mean, it's...
Oh, it's fall apart tender.
You pull it and it's all stretching. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. And then the big thing, and this is actually the hardest part of it, is once it comes out of the sous vide or however you're cooking it overnight, don't touch it, don't slice into it, put it in a fridge, leave it alone for 12 hours at least. And that is hard. Then slice it up the next day, cook it or reheat it in an oven. If you have any of the juice left from the bag that was in the sous vide, add that. That makes it even better, but don't eat it right away. You're missing out on the best part.
A couple things. Somebody at some point here, I can't find the comment now, they were asking where we were at on the Team Orange and Team Blue deal.
Okay.
Team Orange was ahead by 1.
Okay.
As we started the day.
And now?
Now we're tied.
Oh,
it's perfectly even. So if anybody wants to support Team Orange, go to meatjustics.com. There's a group's icon at the top. It's like multiple like people, kind of like just like almost not a stick figure, but would you clip art?
Yeah,
it's like a clip art thing
people.
of like a couple people. Click on that and join Team Orange. If you want to join Team Blue, don't follow any of those instructions. Just don't open your web browser. Don't do anything. It'll be fine.
I've always said I feel like Team Blue is the friendly team. Like if you're just a good person, want to meet some new good people, Team Blue's for you. If you're an authoritarian, real angry, go to Team Orange.
I don't know. I was called socialist. I was called authoritarian. I am very confused right now. I'm questioning everything in life at this point. What am I?
So are you going to come to Team Blue?
No. No, not at all. The other thing, somebody was asking about what to do for a spicy but a sweet jerky seasoning. This one, you could do a couple different things. What I might suggest is start with a sweet jerky seasoning or start with a spicy and then tweak it from there. So maybe if you want spicy, start out with the Gigawatt hot jerky that we have. That one is going to be very nice and hot. It's going to be probably is that the hottest? Okay, that's going to be the hottest one that we have. And then you can take, is it 18% brown sugar?
Yep.
18% brown sugar.
20% water.
20% water. Mix all that in with water, let it marinate. Let it sit there and soak up. That sugar is going to bind with water, going to help hold it into meat. It's going to make it more tender, but that sweetness really stands out then. Doing that with something as spicy as the Gigawatt hot is, honestly, that's going to turn into a great combination. Have we done that with the Gigawatt?
I haven't done the Gigawatt. Our teriyaki jerky seasoning is very hot. I recently did that. Lemore Scrappy on Meatgistics recommended it, so I went ahead and tried it, and that gave us a really great sweet and spicy jerky. I mean, if you're looking for something that's going to be like burn the roof of your mouth, then go with the Gigawatt and try that. But if you're just looking for a really pleasant, sweet and spicy, I'd go with the teriyaki. And I know teriyaki, in general, you wouldn't think that, but our teriyaki jerky is pretty spicy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, do that and add the 18% brown sugar, 20% extra water. You'll end up with a nice tender jerky, and it'll be awesome on taste.
And you do have like those generic recipes on Meatgistics on how to do the brown sugar with the water. And
yeah, just look up tender jerky on Meatgistics. We've got, I think, 3 different videos. One's on how we did it. Another one's on trying to do it with home equipment. And I don't remember why the other one's glycerin. Instead of adding brown sugar, we added vegetable glycerin. So it's a sweetener that your body doesn't recognize as a sugar. So it treats it a little bit differently, it's a little less hard on your system, but still gives all the benefits, as in it binds up the water and makes it unavailable for microbial growth, but still gives it a nice tender feel to it. So, and vegetable glycerin's super cheap. I bought a gallon jug on it, I think for $18 on Amazon. I haven't bought anything on Amazon, but my wife said that Amazon Prime is like done. Said nothing's coming in 2 days anymore. Is that true?
Yeah, it's getting difficult because Amazon basically put a halt on everything except like the daily supplies that everyone is panic buying. So they're trying to refill those, and they halted deliveries on everything else.
Yep.
So a lot of things on Amazon right now are either hard to get, or they're delaying shipment because they're focusing on everything else. So yeah, if you expect to get something from Amazon, it's going to take you a lot longer than you're used to.
I've had it in my cart for a while. A dog bite training sleeve.
Oh, we got a wireless caller from the
So we don't know who this is, but we'll take them.
224 area.
Hello, wireless caller. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
Calling, guys. First of all, I want to say Team Blue, of course.
Yes.
Do I get to hang up now?
Yes.
Shut it down.
Excellent.
Shut it down.
Come on now, guys. Team Blue is winners. This is Candace, by the way. Come on, I won twice.
Oh,
whoa, Candace.
Whoa, Kansas is purple, thank you.
No, Candace.
Oh, I thought she said Kansas.
No, Candace.
Okay, I feel a little bit better now.
Thanks for your support, Candace. What can we help you with?
Of course. I'm calling because I've got a bunch of venison in the freezer. But some of this venison that we've got is really gamey. So what can you guys tell me to help with the gamey flavor?
Venison can be hard. It's usually about how it's butchered more than anything else, and what it was eating in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We had some, what was it, snow goose that we made pepperoni with, and right before we used it, I can't remember how long. Hold on 1 second. I know I put it somewhere on Meatgistics.
No problem.
And I can't guarantee that it would be quite as effective with venison, but with goose, it definitely helped.
Well, we've done taco flavored snacks.
Yeah. So my biggest recommendation is when you have a gamey meat, once you already have it and you're ready to process, you can't change a lot of that gamey flavor. A lot of that gamey flavor, like John said, is how you got to that point. It might have been something they're eating. It might have been their environment or how it was processed up to that point. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but my biggest thing is use a seasoning that has a flavor that's going to help hide it. Like if we were looking at like jerky, our most popular jerky is something we call Colorado jerky. It's a very simple plain jerky that it more enhances a meat flavor than actually adding any flavor to it. So instead of something simple like that, I mean, I would switch to like a barbecue jerky or a Cajun or the Walton's Bold, something that's going to have extra spice, extra flavor to it, and you're still going to taste that gaminess, but it will cut it down a lot.
Yeah, and beyond that, soak it for 24 hours in a saltwater solution. That's what we did with the snow goose, and it definitely helped out. So 24 hours before you're processing. Maybe even do it earlier than that, because more and more recently I've been liking grinding almost frozen meat. It comes out almost chipped, and it makes the second grind so much faster. So maybe 2 days before you're ready to do it, soak it for 24 hours in a 15% salt solution. Just let it sit in that bucket for 24 hours, rinse it off, get it to where it's almost refrozen, and then grind it and go. But yeah, so both those things, a strong seasoning and a 24-hour salt solution soak.
Add some cheese.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
What a historical moment, our first female caller.
There you go.
Hey. Although we do need some more Team Orange callers. I think that puts Team Blue up. So if anybody from there or out there is Team Orange.
Charles Lewis from the 508.
Sounds like a Team Orange to me.
So, fingers crossed, and he's live.
Hey, Charles. How's it going?
Good. Couple of questions.
Okay.
Good. A couple of questions, but first off, when it comes to meat like that, gamey, soak it in root beer.
Root beer. Soak it in root beer.
Root beer? That would be interesting.
It breaks down the blood.
Does it impart any additional flavor to it?
No.
Cool. That'll be something we'll have to try and tinker with a little bit, because that's interesting.
I do roast. I just, in a crock pot, I fill it with root beer, soak it for about 6 hours, and then drain it, refill the root beer, and then cook it again.
Cool.
Works every time.
The only thing I've ever cooked like with pop has been like Dr. Pepper. I've done like Dr. Pepper ribs. Have you ever done anything like that? Or is that kind of the same thing that you're talking about?
It's both the same thing, I would say, yeah.
Cool.
But any kind of gaming meat at all, it works wonders.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My other question was that for some reason I can't get into the live chat area because I don't have the right password. I don't know how it got changed or messed up, but
So
when will you send me a new email to do that?
unfortunately, we don't control the user accounts for the live chat. So the live streams we do are through YouTube. So your account there, you have to log into your YouTube account. So that's something that we can't or don't control. That if you've requested a password, it should be coming from YouTube. Otherwise, I'd go to youtube.com and see if you can go to their sign-in form, and if they have they should have a forgot password section allowing you to reset stuff there.
Is he on /live?
Okay.
Are you on YouTube, or are you on waltonzinc.com/live?
I'm on your site.
Okay.
Live.
Okay. So when you're on our site, you don't have to be logged into our site, but it basically what we do on our site is we put a piece of YouTube onto our site, and so you still have to be logged into YouTube. So that's going to be the thing that you need to look at there. Make sure that you're logged in at youtube.com, and then you can get back to our site, and you'll be able to watch the video, and you'll be able to participate in the live chat there.
Yeah, I'm watching the video.
Yeah, the video it'll let anybody watch. It's open to the public. It doesn't restrict anything. But live chat, you have to be on a YouTube user account.
You can click the title of the video.
All right, one more just comment, I guess, is the party mix for venison hot dogs.
Okay. You're saying what's a good...
Best thing going.
It's the best thing going?
It is.
What kind of fat are you using?
I mix it with wild turkey.
Ooh. Wow.
That'd be good.
Okay.
It'd be very good.
Do you mind telling us what your mix is? Like what percentage?
I about say 20 pounds and one wild turkey bird, maybe 14 pounds.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's
maybe
awesome.
Probably 25 pounds of venison.
Okay, 25 pounds of venison to one, and you use the whole wild turkey?
Well, just the two breasts.
Just two breasts, okay. Cool. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
No legs.
No legs. Okay, just the breasts.
I think he's from the Boston area.
In your mix.
In our mix. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Somebody said, just finished my first field to table venison, made 25 pounds of snack sticks using Willie's. Turned out fabulous using your exact recipe on a smoked on a Traeger. So, I don't even know anymore. I used to say that Willie's was underappreciated, but maybe it's not anymore. Maybe we've talked about it enough now. Because, I mean, habanero barbecue, habanero lime, all those sound so exciting. And then you have Willie's. But Willie's is by far the best snack stick seasoning we sell.
This last week was cut up snack sticks with Willie and cheddar cheese on it.
So Patrick hasn't, I don't think he's bought in more than 5 lunches or brats since he came here. He just eats off of our freezer, and that's why I locked up.
Oh, that's why you locked it? That's good.
I locked the deep freeze, and he doesn't have a key.
I'm too impatient to defreeze. I'll just throw it in the fridge the day before.
There you go. Yeah, the Willie's is, I mean, it is our best selling snack stick seasoning, and that's for a good reason. It is our best tasting.
For what it's worth, we had a sous vide steak, and we had it, and it was okay.
We used the all-natural steak and burger seasoning on it.
Yeah, we weren't too impressed.
It was all right.
We didn't do like a reverse sear or anything on it.
Right.
We used to like more flavor. The next day I had it just as tender and out of the microwave.
Really?
Yeah, just as tender, just like the fatty pieces were nice, nothing
Okay.
rubber. It went down super smooth.
Nice.
So I don't know if that has something to do with the sous vide.
Okay. It
I
might.
mean, however long we did it with, but I mean.
No, we just did a 4-hour sous vide on it,
If
so it
you
wasn't.
plan on not eating the full steak, maybe sous vide it beforehand, microwave it the next day.
You probably you probably have less moisture loss doing that. But if you high temp grill a steak and then you go to reheat it, I mean, you're losing a lot of moisture there. So it may just be that.
I still hate the thought of putting any steak in a microwave at all.
Totally.
No, I do that. Like, if you don't eat the whole thing, I mean, you don't want to, like, you got to be careful because you don't want to cook it again.
Right.
You just want to get it kind of warm. So you're not putting the microwave very long, but it's good coming out of the microwave still.
So microwaving what? It's exciting the water molecules, making them vibrate against each other, and that's what heats it up.
Oh.
What?
We have a big thing we need to address if you're willing to from Ryan Jones' comment.
Victory. My wife, who was a hardcore vegetarian when I met her, started eating chicken again about 3 years ago?
Yeah,
something around that. I got her to eat her first steak. Yes! It was a grass-fed steak, so there's still clearly some room for improvement, but it was a steak, and she's thinking about doing it, like making it a weekly thing.
Awesome.
Did you cook it?
Of course.
What was the method?
What was the method? Reverse sear, but I cooked it in my oven at home, which starts at 170, and then just finished it up on a cast iron skillet because I broke my grill smoker combo.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We got a guy in the front that can take a look at it.
I wouldn't let Colton touch anything of mine. So yeah, no, she was obviously very happy with it. We used the Walton's Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub, but I mean, it is a grass-fed steak. It's not going to taste as good as a regular steak. And for anyone out there, grass-fed, grass-finished, exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. There is no difference in grass-fed versus grass-finished.
What cook did you like on the steak?
Medium rare.
Medium rare? Okay.
Yeah.
You would assume someone who's only eating chicken
would want it well done.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
But no, she, before I met her, she used to eat raw beef tenderloin.
What?
Yeah, she was insane.
What?
Crazy. So. But yeah, she had listened to a podcast on something with gut health, and she emailed me. She's like, "I'm considering letting you cook me a steak," and I was so happy. There were tears running down my face. It was a big moment.
Made her, that's the reason she.
Does she watch the live streams?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just making sure.
If you lived with me, you wouldn't want any more of me. So.
My wife and I think, are early on in our relationship because she and my son will still watch some of the live streams.
But that's also fun. She's with your son, like, hey, there's daddy.
Yeah.
That's fun. Lisa, is she going to talk to the dogs?
The dogs could call in.
What was that impression? Hey, there's daddy.
I don't know. I was being
Whose voice were you doing?
Jenny, I guess.
I thought you were doing the kid. Hey, there's daddy.
Dada.
So Tom Gorman's saying, so if I understood the conversation earlier about shelf-stable snack sticks, to get them shelf-stable in a home-cook environment, I need to use ECA. Yeah, that's right. But a caveat on that is without a way to test the pH of your finished product, you cannot be sure that it's shelf-stable. So there's there's more than two, but the two main factors that go into shelf stability are pH and water activity. So you can get any meat product down to a certain level of water activity where it will be shelf stable. And that's where there's not enough water for there to be any microbial growth. The other way you can do it is you can drop your pH so low that no microbe will live in there. As soon as it tries to come out of its cell to feed, it's going to die. The best thing to do is find, obviously, a happy medium so you have a product that's not very dry, but also doesn't hurt to eat. So somewhere in there. But unless you have a way to test that, we can't give you a recipe where we would say this is absolutely going to be shelf stable. In general, using encapsulated citric acid at a rate of 4 ounces to 25 pounds of meat will get you there.
Or close.
Or close. But we can't, unless you have a way to measure it, we can't guarantee that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Tex has a good point. We need to do a knife.
Oh, yeah, let's draw something.
I'll let you do that.
Okay. I didn't talk about it making them be here for this. Austin, am I making them be here for this? I don't think so. He says yes. He says you have to be here.
I could be tempted to say yes, but it's either maybe do a couple of each or
Okay.
something. At least someone should be here. At least one.
All right. This first one you don't have to be here for. Whoever wins, wins.
That's not what Gleam said.
Did Gleam say you had to be here? Oh, no. Then you have to be here. If Gleam said you had to be here, you have to be here.
I just copied from last one.
Allow repeat winners. All right. Brack Morris. Oh, why couldn't he just be Zach? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. He does. Okay. So Brack Morris. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat. Brack, if you're here, let us know. That's an awesome name. Hayden, I'm not going to read your comment. Started it with the wrong team.
I had a question a little bit ago. I said if there was only one beer you could drink.
And hold on. Sorry, guys. I know the last couple of ones we've put a camera on Patrick, but part of what we had to do to give you that call-in number was take away that. So, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm wondering if you had one beer to have during the apocalypse, what beer would that be and why?
Oh, God.
So repeat my question, please.
Patrick was asking if you had one beer. I assume I have as much of it as I want.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had one beer to have with you during the apocalypse, end times, what would it be? That's really hard. It would definitely.
You probably have a group of 4 that jump off to you, right? You're probably like, am I between this, or this, right?
I mean, it depends what I want. Like, if I want to just like sit and drink a bunch, or do I want to get wasted? I really like Oscar Blues. Has a 1050 and an Old Chub. I absolutely adore Old Chub. I could eat or drink tons of them, but the next day you do feel like you're gonna die. It is not a fun hangover. I really liked that Evil Twin, what was it called? Ultimate Butcher? That we drank the other day? Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
I did.
Oh, dude, I couldn't.
Evil Twin has one called Ultimate Butcher, right? Infamous Butcher. That was excellent. But all in all, if I'm going any beer I want, price isn't an issue. I love Stone's Old Guardian. It's their barley style wine. It is delicious. It's incredibly high in alcohol content. I think it's 11 something. That'd be my beer. So. Plus, if you have to do surgery and you need to sterilize equipment, that basically works for it.
That's a good choice then.
Brian Hataja, who won recently, says, have you ever had a fun hangover? No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing.
We were asking if you had one beer during the apocalypse, what would it be?
So John shows something very high ABV.
He went through a couple different processes for his.
All dark. Except for...
Dark? No, it needs to be like refreshing still. What if it's in the apocalypse? I mean, you're going to be doing like a lot of cardio. You're going to be moving around a lot. You don't want to drink a dark, heavy beer. No.
Jamaican?
Yeah, no, I mean, like it's almost water. Like it's
You're making me crazy?
I mean,
Silence.
I would go with some sort of IPA that is still like fruity and crisp, and you get 8 or 9% on, hopefully. I don't know, is that enough? I heard sanitizing. Is that enough to sanitize at all?
I think it's higher than that.
Okay. Well, either way, it'll sanitize your insides when you drink it. Maybe.
I like Yakamaniac IPA.
That's good, yeah.
The Free State beer. It's usually my go-to. I used to have a 12-pack down the street. Not anymore. So you didn't give a beer. What's yours?
It's hard to choose one.
No, you're going to just say an IPA and move on.
Oh, well.
IPAs are disgusting.
The best IPA out there is Walnut River High Beam.
Remember how bad it was smoked?
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to see a funny video, go to our Willet Barbecue section and look up when we did Willet Barbecue beer. It was
horrible.
And we were expecting it to be so good too.
Maybe
we thought it was going to be awesome.
We should do a part 2, like spend a lot of time figuring out what might work.
A little bit of smoke. Just like
maybe a little more than a little bit.
20 minutes in the smoker.
Oh, 20. Okay, 20 minutes. I thought you were going to say like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no.
We do a 10, a 30, and an hour.
Oh. So do different levels on.
We'd have.
Take a couple beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd absolutely be willing to.
We could drink.
Huge surprise. I'd be willing to drink beer on company time.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure it would turn out really good if let's go get like 12 different beers. We'll get like 12 packs on them all. Okay. We'll have 144. We're just gonna load them in the PK 100. Just
pop the tops.
No, just load the cans in there. Cold smoke it. And then when we get them, we'll pop the tops and drink them, and we'll see what it tastes like.
Oh, okay. Can we? Yeah. We're gonna have to cold smoke everything with ice in there, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. See how it goes.
It should be delicious.
I think so. I think it'd be.
Try the 6th one. Maybe this one.
I think it'd be the best Willet barbecue ever.
So Candace says tomorrow's her 39th birthday, and the Corona crap. She can't have a party. Does this live stream count as my birthday party? Absolutely. Everyone got to meet you. Everyone got to know that you are a 2-time winner. You are our first ever female call. Patrick said that's a big moment.
You should ask her how many times she's turned 40 this year.
Don't do that.
Well, like 39.2, is that what you're saying?
39,
No,
39.
she's not even 40. Oh, so just keep stopping at 39?
You never heard that joke before?
Well, no, Liz makes it about 29.
Okay. Yeah,
29.2.
My mom is still 29. Like, she hasn't... I'm older than my mom now. It's very weird, but...
I will say this. I don't know how we convinced society that men get better looking with age, but don't do the same thing.
We get better looking with age?
I think we've...
It took me like 20 years to grow in my teeth.
Right? Patrick off camera, if you can't hear him, guys, said it took me 20 years, took him 20 years to grow into his teeth.
So we haven't had a caller for a while. If anybody has a question they want to ask live or something they want to say to the rest of the audience, as long as it is appropriate and we don't have any non-family friendly language, give us a call, 316-500-7200.
Jimmy Miller says, been working on a breakfast sausage recipe. Everything is starting to come together pretty well. My one issue, it seems to be soft when cutting, chewing. Might sound odd, but I like to be more firm. There's nothing odd about that. I'd ask what your grinding is. My guess is you're probably going 2 coarse. You might want to try 3/8 on your first one, 3/16 on your second one. Do a little bit more mixing. That'll help get things a little bit more firm.
Julian Roberts calling in from the 7.
Or Robert Julian, probably.
Whatever.
Is this Robert?
Yes, it is.
I was right.
How's it going, Robert?
It's the first name.
What's on your mind? Yep.
I just took out day 6 salami out of my dry cure chamber, and I cut one. It's fantastic. But now that I've vacuum sealed the other 7, how do I store it? Do I put it in the refrigerator? Do I freeze it? Because I can't give it away right now because everybody's hibernating.
No, with dry cured, as long as you followed proper pH drops and drying times, it doesn't need to go in the fridge. Doesn't need to go in the freezer, vacuum pack it. I would honestly think it'd probably be better for the quality of the meat just to leave it in a pantry, somewhere that's cool and dark. Just don't leave it in direct sunlight. Don't let it get too hot, but cool and dark. Freezing it probably wouldn't hurt it. My fear with that is when you're freezing it, you're going to expand. All the water in it will swell, and then when it defrosts, it'll come back, but everything will be more loose. So you've already done the hard work in getting the water out, so just backpack, put it somewhere cool and dark.
Yes, my problem is that it's got 40% weight right now.
So, I'm sorry, is it 40% of the starting weight, or you lost 40% of the weight?
40% of the starting weight.
Yep. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
40% is good.
Well, I know it's good. My concern is I leave it back.
Nope. Can you repeat that?
Sorry, Robert, we lost you there.
Do I take it out of the vacuum seal bag and leave it in there?
Oh, no, leave it in there. There's no reason to take it out.
It'd be fine. Either way. If, good.
I think he's still trying to say, go ahead, Robert. I don't know if we cut you off there or not.
Well, so my concern is I'm hibernating here in the house, and I'm going to be hibernating for at least another 3 weeks.
Okay.
Just to make sure. And I don't want to go out and give it to my neighbors or anything until after it's all done. Because I hope it's done by then.
Yeah.
You know, the
Let's hope. But yeah, so if it's backpacked right now, I would leave it in its backpack and just put it somewhere where it's not in direct sunlight and relatively cool. A basement's perfect. A cool pantry is perfect. It doesn't need to be taken out of the backpack. It doesn't need anything. If you're at 40% of your starting weight, you're perfect.
Now, my dry cure chamber is adjustable for temperature, so I put it back in there
Nope.
At 50 degrees?
Nope. I wouldn't do anything. If it's already backpacked, I'd leave it in its backpack. You've already experienced 60% weight loss, so you're solid.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, guys. And I go for the orange team, by the way.
Woo, yeah, Team Orange.
I take back everything I said. Take it out of the backpack and feed it to the birds. Thanks, Robert.
Have a great day.
You too.
So when you say like a cool area, is there a certain temp you definitely have to be under?
70?
Yeah.
Under 70?
So interestingly enough, room temperature has actually increased from when there's certain beers they say serve at room temperature. That's 64, 65 degrees is like when they're saying room temperature, it's actually 64, 65 degrees. Not what room temperature is today.
What's room temperature today, like 72?
I think it's, something around that.
And it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain beers that do taste fine warm, but even like a beer like that, like a Guinness is fine warm, it's better at around 60 degrees than it is.
Anything dark, you have to be from.
No, that's what you want to drink. All right, so a bunch of people wishing Candace a happy birthday. I like to see that.
Yeah. So there was one comment up here that I particularly enjoyed as things were going down. Brian said, "My wife was 29 until I reminded her she could retire at 65." Boom, 65.
Wireless caller calling from the 917. He's live.
Hey, how's it going? What's your name and where are you from?
What's that? Birthday question?
Who's this?
Who's calling?
My birthday present. My birthday is next Wednesday.
Hey, happy birthday. What's your name?
Nina.
Nina, happy birthday. How old are you going to be?
And, 49.
49, nice.
You don't ask a woman her birthday.
Sure you do. Yes, you do.
Come on, John.
She doesn't
When
care.
you're 49, you ought to be proud.
There you go. Yes, you should be.
There you go.
You made it through 49 years of life. Where are you guys from?
We're in Westport, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Cool.
nice. I went to college in Franklin, Massachusetts. I mean, fairly far away from there, but love the Massachusetts area. They're not. I can hear me.
Yeah, we're echoing.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a question or anything, or just wanted to say hi?
Yeah. No. Yeah, we want to say hi, but no, we do it.
Go ahead.
So the question is, a couple weeks ago we wrapped up a nice batch of venison sausage, and this is about sausage texture. So we only used a medium grind plate, and we had sort of a nice consistency, and then we mixed by hand, and then when we pushed it through the stuffing tube, we used a Weston grinder. We lost all of that coarse texture, and it became what's the best way to describe it? Almost like a summer sausage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking for a way to avoid losing your nice chunky texture?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, there's not a way to do that if you're going to use a grinder to stuff. That you need a dedicated sausage stuffer.
How many pounds are we doing?
Okay. So then you don't push it through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, because the auger in the throat's going to work it, and whatever you're putting for a plate is going to work it again. So the advantage of a sausage stuffer is, I mean, yes, it's compressing the meat and pushing it down, but it's not working the meat the same way, so it's not going to just make you lose your nice chunkiness.
So, are you allowed to suggest a good stuffer?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. We sell
I don't
them.
know if you got to be true to something.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So what's your suggestion?
we sell stuffers. Are you guys like what? How many pounds are you doing at a time?
I mean, we did about
12 to 15 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
Correct.
So we've got something called the 11-pound sausage stuffer, the dual speed. It's on sale the rest of this month. Usually $199, $184 or something. That is the main one I use. I like the 11-pound sausage stuffer because the piston is still small enough where it makes cranking fairly easy. The 26 and 33-pound stuffers will obviously fit more in the canister, but it is harder to crank that because you've got a larger surface area. So I use almost exclusively the 11-pound manual crank sausage stuffer. So that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, and that is something we sell. If you go to waltonsinc.com, you can look under equipment and then sausage stuffers. The 11-pound is there. There's also other options, but the 11-pounder, that's the most popular option for pretty much everyone out there. In as long as you're not only doing 2 or 3 pound batches at a time, if you're doing 6-7 pound batches or more, that 11-pounder, that is the way to go.
Okay, perfect. Hey, we bought your hot casings this year, and they're fantastic. So thank you very much.
Are you using the tubes or the 100-pound or 100? The tubed, yeah.
Tubed are amazing.
So I used to only use I always recommended collagen casings until I started using the tubed, because the tubed, in my opinion, takes away the biggest hassle of regular hog casings. So it makes processing with them a breeze. I like everything else about it better. So yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear.
Yep. Beautiful. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yep,
Thanks,
thank
and happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you very much. We got a good IPA up here from a local brewery. Wish I could get you to it.
What's the local brewery? Give them a shout out.
Buzzards Bay Brewing.
Buzzards Bay Brewing. All right, so for anyone in Massachusetts, look for Buzzards Bay Brewing.
You bet.
I like the alliteration for sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
You get way too excited about alliteration.
It's perfect. It's the best
Yeah.
for anything.
It's most of my favorite team names, right?
For you, yes. Yep. Yeah, for anyone, like we have Seasoning Sunday, Meat Fact Friday, Meat Hack Monday.
Hey,
everything we come up with.
Meat Hack Monday?
Just make Meat Hack one word. Meat Hack.
I will say, though, that
Monday.
Seasoning Sunday was not your idea.
Oh, it certainly was. How do you think it was your idea?
I have the email to prove it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
No. Seasoning Sunday was my idea.
No. I actually don't even think it was my idea. I'm pretty sure my sister sent that to me and then I sent it to you.
It's not accurate at all. On Meat Fact Friday. So.
I make all those videos.
Okay.
The good one.
Has anyone been keeping an eye at all on chats?
Kind of. I've been looking to see if there's
all right,
anything
so
major.
Brack
There's
Morris
a bunch of questions.
never responded, but we determined that you didn't have to be here for that one. So Brack we're going to let him win, but we're going to draw another winner. All right, so this is a winner for the knife. I'll tell you what, we'll give Brack Morris the used knife. He will get this one.
Oh, we got someone
real quick, Garrett Morris, or Garrett Miller.
Pullman, Washington.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
I'll tell you what, we'll give Brack Morris the used knife. He will get this one.
What about Brack
Morris? Yeah, hi.
Oh, no. Hey, mute whatever you're listening to us on. Go ahead and mute that.
I did. I just
Okay, cool.
Okay,
awesome. Go ahead. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. Had a question about the tape for, you stuff your burger into the little bags and then you turn the end and then you drop it through the tape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it takes, but you got to pull it every time. It's almost like the tape is too tough to pull off the roll or something. I don't know. It doesn't do well all the time.
Sure.
How do you get around that?
I've run into that problem same thing myself. The best thing you can do is fast. Just real quick, shoot it down between. That will make it so that you can continuously go. If you just try to push it down there, it's going to pull the tape with it. So you want to go fast.
Okay. Well, I even got pulled the tape thinking that was a problem, but sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. It just almost like the tape was double stick and it was too tough coming off the other end or something. So
try it a bunch of times real fast, and if you still have a problem, I'll put my email in the chat. Just go ahead and email me.
Okay. Great.
Sounds good, bud.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got Garrett Miller was the winner we drew right before that. I saw Smoking Saturday.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh, thanks for the free video, guys.
That is a good one. That is Michael Chevalot came up with that. I like that.
Well, I mean, how many things could we smoke?
Right. We wouldn't be able to do it every Saturday, but we could do like one or two a month. Right, yeah. Smoking Saturday.
First or last Saturday?
Second Smoking Saturday.
Oh, see, now you're adding too many.
Better. That's really good. So
Worst Wednesday.
Oh.
Let's get one of those new $500 grills we saw. Master build.
No, we can't do that. We don't sell that.
That's what he wants to do.
They're nice.
Well, we've got. We're talking about a couple things, and I know we've been saying it for a while, but we are going to have a podcast coming out here fairly soon. We have everything ready for it. We just have to find a time where we can sit down and actually do it. But we also have talked about a new series or episode, I don't even know what you would call it, called Recipe for Disaster, where we're going to take something that just sounds super weird or super odd or maybe even super bad and try them. So it should be what Will It Barbecue kind of became towards the end, where we just tried a bunch of really weird stuff like bull ball. Well, I mean, bull balls aren't even weird, really. It's just...
Well, no, I would consider that weird.
Well, they're not prevalent around this area.
Right, okay, so things that aren't common, I guess, is a good way to put it. Some of those might be just adding one odd ingredient to something else, maybe using a different type of protein. But yeah, so that'll come out. But I do like smoking Saturday. Wing Wednesday. Why don't we, for a while there, we were...
Ooh, Wild Game Wednesday.
That's better.
Wild Game or worse.
We can't keep this up, though. We can't keep it up.
No, we keep it up. You just tell me what you need to do it.
A full 2
more people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We were supposed to do more.
Wild Game Wednesday is better than Wing Wednesday, though.
I still like Worst Wednesday, though.
We were supposed to do Wing Madness this last week.
We never even... We talked about that for 3 minutes one day, and then it never came back up.
I chose the sauces.
It was a good idea. Walton's Wednesday. Comes up with a nice one, too.
That's everything.
Right?
Go around.
But it's still nice.
Everybody that works.
Don says he likes Wing Wednesday. We were doing for a long time. I mean, we were smoking wings here constantly.
We'll do a bunch coming up if we still have that steak cook-off. We'll probably do a bunch.
Yeah. So what we found for smoked wings, the best thing was 200 degrees on a pellet smoker on a raised shelf. So you just sprinkle or rub them with whatever you want. Put them on that raised shelf for 2 hours at 200 degrees. Take them off, coat them in whatever barbecue sauce you want. We found the Captain Rodney's Boucan was awesome for that. And then, Chris, you recently made some ridiculous wings. What'd you do?
Oh, they were so good. So we did Frank's Red Hot for 24 hours before, and then hit them with the Mississippi Grind. Put them on the
you're
put
huge
them on the
on
shelf
that. Okay.
for 2 hours at 250.
Yeah.
And then hit them with the Peach Habanero Cosmo Q.
Yep.
And Peach Glaze from Captain Rodney's.
Okay. So for anyone who didn't hear that, what he did is he marinated them overnight in Frank's Red Hot. Then he hit them with this seasoning we sell online. It's called Mississippi Grind. Now, Chris is a huge fan of that. So it is good. It is good. He's an enormous fan of it, though. But then he smoked them for 2 hours at 200 degrees, and then he finished them up in 250.
Yeah.
And then he finished them up in either Captain Rodney's Peach...
It's like Glaze.
Peach something, or Cosmo's other peach, or Cosmo's peach, whatever. So you separated those two out?
Yeah, so I had two separate.
Did you have a favorite?
They were so good. I don't like the peach habanero was really good because it had that kind of that traditional consistency barbecue sauce to it, but it had the good heat and sweetness to it. So I'll say peach habanero.
Okay, there you go.
I think we're changing Wednesdays to Whiskey Wednesdays.
Oh, but you don't like whiskey. I mean, I've become more of a fan of whiskeys for the last...
I don't like whiskey, but I'm more entertained by that than... Never mind.
I hope nobody heard that on camera. Speaking of whiskey...
Oh. I think we just do this and we
deal with the consequences.
Figure out, yeah. So this, for anybody that watched the last live stream, we had a bottle of Weller's up here,
2 bottles.
But it was. Oh, we had 2 bottles.
Didn't we? Yeah, I have one. You have one.
Yeah. Okay, we had 2 bottles.
So we had 3 because we had that too.
No, I got this later.
Okay.
I told my liquor store they only had like one of the kind of Weller's there. I'm like, hey, if you can get anything else. Give me something else. So they got this one. However, when I went in to ask for it, there was a few other people in the store, and they were like all in the whiskey aisle. And it's a very small, like family run store. They have a lot of options, so it's not small. I shouldn't say that, but. I went up to the counter and was like, hey, did you get the whatever Weller's, something else I was looking for? And they're like, shh.
Don't talk out loud.
Don't say that, because it sounded like a few of the others that were in there. They said their name when they walk in. It's a family-run store, so they know a lot of the people. And they were like, don't, shh, just, yes, hold on, shh, quiet. Like, I'm going to run to the back. So this was like $100 bottle. It was very expensive. As much as I would like to try it,
no, let's give it.
I am not going to. Yeah. So we're going to give this away. It's just a matter of how.
Right. When I just earlier today was looking up rules on giving away alcohol, and it does seem like our biggest barricade or barrier to that is going to be state.
State by state. Here's what's going to happen. I am going to ship this out under my name, and then it doesn't go out under Walton's.
Then.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, you can ship alcohol from person to person, no problem.
Yeah.
I can ship my friends.
So I think that's the thing is I may have to somehow, or one of us, this becomes ours instead of Walton's.
And then sending it.
Yeah. But we'll figure it out. So we may have some hoops to jump through depending upon who wins it and what state you're in. So we will deal with that when we get there.
Yep.
There's a comment in there that asks, is it the antique? Yes, it's Antique 107.
Who asked that? Was it Papa Sop?
Tex.
Yeah, so they were talking about that on Meatgistics, that exact bottle.
Is that a good one then?
Sounds like it. Sounds
it
like it.
It better be. It was a stinking $100. So.
That's a good point, though. We have had quite a few people say that it's their birthday today.
Oh, that concerns me. Is that my mother?
Who?
Yep.
Is it really?
My mother's watching right now. Because she posted maybe a gift for your mom's 29th birthday. Hi, Mom.
Wisconsin is the biggest drinking state in America. I don't know if I buy that.
Really? What's the most depressed state in America? Because that's probably the biggest drinking state.
It's the saddest state.
Is it per capita or volume?
I think volume of sadness.
California is volume.
Oh, volume of drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably California.
If it's per capita?
No, it's Texas. It's
per capita?
Volume is
volume?
Definitely Texas.
No.
Yes.
California is so much bigger.
It's not even close.
Really?
Texans drink like you can't. I lived in Dallas for 4 years, Houston for a year. The entire culture is built around drinking and barbecuing. Kathy says, yes, I need that whiskey to get through the virus. Kathy, if you were Team Blue, you get a built-in immunity. But you're orange, so.
Hold on, this is going to shock everyone. So, alcohol consumption per capita.
All right, per capita.
Expand. The winner by a long shot is New Hampshire.
By a long shot.
You guys are some heavy drinkers up there in New Hampshire.
It is close to, I mean, it's over half or double everyone else.
So it's in gallons of ethanol.
Okay.
So like Kansas here, we're 1.97. That sounds reasonable. Drinking 1.97 gallons of ethanol a year.
Okay.
Sounds like you're
doesn't sound like
committing
a great
suicide
idea,
by just drinking ethanol, but New Hampshire is 4.75.
New Hampshire's a weird state.
Over 2 times the amount.
New Hampshire's a weird state.
The second most definitely makes a lot of sense. You want to guess? It's not a state.
Dominican Republic.
District of Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of problems on their hands.
They do have a lot of problems. Yeah.
Utah is the lowest by far.
When I went to college, I had a bunch of friends in Derry, New Hampshire, which is the town that Stephen King wrote about when he said Derry, Maine. There is no Derry, Maine. There's Derry, New Hampshire. That is a town full of just deviants and criminals like you can't imagine. I went and visited them twice, and I was like, all right, well, like I'm a fairly laissez-faire, hands-off person. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here. This is weird. But New Hampshire is absolutely one of the prettiest states we have. If you're up in that area, I really recommend you check out New Hampshire. It is gorgeous. So, in the summer, at least. In the winter, I'm sure it's a pain in the butt. So that's a no. We're not giving that away today, right?
No, why not?
Oh, okay.
No, I thought that was
That's
the
fine.
deal. Is
All right, I thought maybe we were talking about it and then we were going to use it to build up a future live stream. But no, I'm fine with giving it away today. Let's do it. You ready?
I'd say give it away. Now the condition is we are going. Here's the thing. We are going to draw a winner for a potential giveaway.
And then Austin and I will decide if we want to buy that and send it to them. Right?
We'll see what state they're in, and then we'll figure out what the rules and regulations are for that state, and we'll go from there. And we'll make it square. We'll make it right one way or another. We'll make it work. Sure. But whether we're actually giving that bottle away or not, may or may not depend. We are giving away $100 giveaway right now. That's what we're doing.
All right.
We're not giving away the bottle. We're doing a $100 giveaway.
So we're talking about Weller's Antique 107. Drawing a winner for that, and
we're throwing like 19.
I didn't consider that.
1907?
No.
Oh, 107. No, we'll verify.
Okay.
Yeah, we will ask for proof of
you have to send us
your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone's 13 and they're watching,
they're not
winning.
I'm not going to jail for any of you guys. All right, so you have to be here for this. You're going to have a few minutes to respond. Nathan Buckley. Nathan, it is now 12:33. You have till 12:38.
Will it be full or empty?
It'll be full. We won't touch it.
We're only giving away the glass bottle. William,
that'll be packed very carefully.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll be good. William is asking, do I have to drink it on site? If you come and you pick it up here, I think that might have to be a condition, is you have to drink it on site. I'd be willing to throw that out there, but I'm assuming that most of the people watching are not within a reasonable driving distance to Wichita, Kansas. Most of our customers are all across the country, and yeah, good luck with that. Ryan, I'm sorry. When you were here last week, we didn't break out the bottle, but we didn't tell anyone that we had it. It's been hiding in a back cabinet. So the only people that knew were John and I. Well, maybe John told Patrick. I don't know. Some other time you're here, you need to come like at the very end of the day, and then we'll break something out. It looks like we spelled a lot of people's names wrong today, and I'm sorry for that, but that is just kind of how the world runs right now. So we are still looking for Nathan Buckley. I have not seen him in the chat yet, and somebody mentioned something about those that are in the chat. Nathan, if you are here, you need to let us know either via chat or if you can somehow prove your identity by calling in. And we're also still taking calls from other people as well. 316-500-7200. Frank, you have a very good point. Using this to cope with the crowds at Costco. I've been to Sam's. I don't have a Costco membership, but I have a Sam's one. And dealing with the crowds and the craziness there over the last couple weeks here makes you think that, yeah, you might want a bottle of that as you're going through the store. So Matt Hoffman, you're looking for a vacuum sealer. How much are you planning on doing? Really on the vacuum sealer front comes down to kind of in my opinion, 3 different questions. Are you doing enough that you want to look at a chambered sealer? Because chambered sealers will save you a lot of money on bags, but they start at $800. Then do you want something that is going to last for, if you're not doing chambered bags and you're doing something smaller, lower volumes, do you want something that's going to last for years and years and years, 7-8 years, or do you want something that you're just doing a few things here and there and just a little bit of volume? If you're doing just a little bit of volume and it's no big deal, I like looking at the Weston Harvest Guard. I have one of those at home. They work really well for just like sealing like some leftovers and oddball things here and there. If you want to do more, but you don't want to spend the money to get a chambered sealer, I would suggest looking at like a Pro 2600 from Weston. Those ones are about $300, but those will last you for many years. You're still gonna pay for the more expensive non-chambered bags, but they're a very good sealer. And then you can step up into the chambered sealer world, and you're gonna spend maybe I don't know, instead of 20 cents a bag, you're gonna spend 3 cents a bag, but your vacuum machine is going to cost a lot more. So entry level on those is $800 to $1,300. There's some different options in between there.
All right, has Nathan Buckley responded?
No.
We're redrawing that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to redraw. I'd love to do a who responds first gets that.
No, because everybody's got different latency.
Okay.
And
all right, first one I'm going to redraw is we're going to redraw a winner for this. Again, you have to be here for it. So Nathan Buckley, you're losing yours. Also, we are going to redraw a winner for the knife. Garrett never responded, so. But first is going to be the whiskey.
Wait. Could we draw 2 and the first one gets the whiskey, the next one gets the knife? I thought you were saying
different people have different latencies.
I thought you were saying the first one to respond, like just in the comments, like say first one to respond gets this. You're saying
Exactly what I'm saying.
no. Draw
Yeah,
2
I'm gonna draw
winners.
2 winners, the first
Okay, as
person
long
to
as we
respond.
draw them, yes. Okay, do it.
Don't respond saying here if you don't hear your name. It screws us up. People are going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to. Even when you tell them don't do it, they're going to do it more.
Fair enough.
So.
All right, so I'm drawing 2 winners. I'm not going to announce the names. I'm going to put them in a post at the exact same time. The first one of those 2 people gets their choice. Maybe they're not a drinker. Maybe they don't want that. Maybe they want the knife instead.
Yeah.
I mean, the knife is valuable as well. It's not poo-poo this knife. It's probably like a $50 knife.
Yeah, it's like a $50 knife.
All right, so
The silence is killer. Dun-na,
don't do
dun-na,
the jaws.
dun-na, dun-na,
Don't do it. I'm
dun-na,
going to mistype something.
dun-na, 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 dun-na. John has like a phobia of sharks. So if anyone out there is wondering why you do that to John, it's because he has a phobia of sharks.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I was saying like I used to swim in a pool.
First one of those people that responds is going to get their choice of the whiskey.
Daniel or Chip?
Chip sounds like a cool name. Chip Skylar.
Daniel, he's in. He's got it. He's got the booze. It's gone.
There you go. Wow. Congratulations, Daniel. That's awesome.
So Daniel, if you don't mind telling us in the chat, where are you from?
It's more followers.
Or don't.
Yeah, and if anybody else has questions, comments, you want to sound off for Team Orange, give us a call at 316-500-7200.
I just went ahead and revoked Garrett's win. Whoever calls in next is going to win a knife.
Okay.
Whoever calls in.
Take the
Wait,
first call.
whoever calls in next? Okay, call 316-500-7200, and the first one in gets a knife. This knife, too, not just any knife. These are like $50 knives. Are you kidding?
A slightly used knife.
There we go. Who's the winner?
Whichever's lowest or highest. Yep. Top one. Charles. You've won a knife.
Oh, I won it. All right, cool.
Awesome. So it's Victorinox rosewood handled knife, serrated. It's perfect for slicing really anything.
All right, cool. I missed the other drawings, I guess, because my wife had me working on honey to-do list, but not the chain go.
Charles, have you done anything with entering the giveaway at all for any of these items through waltonsinc.com?
Yeah, the dehydrator and the knife sharpening thing.
All right, that's fine. Then I can find you through that. I was just going to say, if not, we'll have to find a way to talk where I can get your information. But if you entered the one on waltonsinc.com/live, I can use your name to find you.
Yep, I already have.
Perfect. I'll do that.
Hold on.
All right,
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Charles, do you mind telling us what your last name is?
I saw it up there.
Faires.
Yep.
It's Faires.
F-A-R.
No, F-A-I-R-E-S. Spelled fair.
Yep. Okay.
We got you, man.
We got you. So we're good. We'll get that. We'll send you an email in the next few days here, and we'll get that knife shipped off to you.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sounds good, bud.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
You too. All right, so that's 2 knives. We've got and a bottle of whiskey. We've got 1 knife left. Judy's in Illinois where you're being locked down. So, I mean, I get it. I really do get why they want people to stay at home, but we have a constitution. We're allowed freedom as Americans. I mean, we're supposed to be a free country. I think the best thing to do, personal opinion, is rely on people to be responsible. I think when you tell people you can't do something, for me at least, you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do.
Daniel was calling it.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's like,
Daniel, how are you going to drink that whiskey?
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, this is Daniel Cebulski. They wanted me to know where I'm from. I wanted a bottle of whiskey.
You absolutely want a bottle of whiskey.
Yes.
So, Daniel, we'll go ahead and we'll email you. We do it through how you entered. We'll email you. We'll get your address, and then we'll figure out where you're located and how we have to do this giveaway, but we'll go ahead and get that bottle to you.
Yes. Well, I live in Missouri, so whatever laws they have with that, I'm in Willow Springs, Missouri.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
Practically throw it to you from Wichita.
Oh. Okay.
Sounds good, Daniel. Thanks for. All right, thanks for calling,
Daniel.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, I like relying on people to be smart, but tell me not to do something, I want to do it.
Everybody has their own opinion on what's going on, but one of the memes that I have seen out there, which I love, is it says like, everybody's gonna die unless you wash your hands. It's one of those things like, everybody just take your own precautions to be safe and be clean and take care of stuff, and we'll be good. Like,
part of that is, though, if you come into regular contact with elderly family members.
Oh yeah, like
be super smart.
So by the way, my sister's coming in town. We will get here, like in here, to talk about some stuff next week. I don't remember if she's driving back today, tomorrow, the next day. One of the next 3 days she's driving back because she's quarantined. Right. Not like
can't go to work.
Yeah, she just can't go to work. They shut down the office. They're like, work somewhere else. So she's like, well, she spent the last 2 weeks at home. She's like, well, I'm going to actually come home then and spend some time here. So she's going to come here, work here. But I don't remember where I was going with this.
No idea.
I was telling a story and then I just got sidetracked.
I'm happy that Allie's coming back.
Yeah, my mind just blanked it. So
was it that we were going to get rid of Patrick? And
oh yeah, Patrick, I'm sorry. Your job's getting refilled.
I get I'll work at the Christian label for Sony.
Does anyone see Chip? Anyone seen Chip respond? Chip was the other winner. He would have won the knife, but I don't see a response from Chip.
Chip Skywalker.
Chip Scantling, anyone see it? Nope. Alright. Revoking his win, moving on, picking a new winner. Patrick, can you write down just that Daniel Sabulski won the whiskey?
Who? Daniel what?
Yeah, Sabulski. Just write it down.
Write it down. Say who?
Right, drawing a winner. This is for a knife. You got 5 minutes to respond. Phil Welsh. And he was Team Blue.
I just saw that too. Come on.
Strong, powerful Team Blue.
So right now, we are still tied. Yep, refreshed. Team Blue, Team Orange. We are tied.
Cool.
Someone come out strong for Team Orange. Actually, I should stop saying that because I always fall behind after the live stream. I feel like I promote it too hard. Well, and then for like the next month, I jump ahead again. But
yeah, but then we catch up because blue is a better color overall. Wood Butcher says, my neighbor was homeschooling her kids. One got suspended for cutting class, and the other got expelled. The teacher got fired for drinking on the job.
Oh my goodness.
One heck of a school scenario you got going on there. So we're just waiting for Phil Welsh. It's 12:49. We'll give you about 5 minutes to respond.
So
Wait, real quick. The fat in this is incredible.
It's really good.
Incredible.
When I first had some the other day, like the fat cap on the top of the piece I had was like that thick. Yeah. And I was like, should I cut that off? And then I tasted it and I'm like, oh no, we're not cutting that off. So I've seen a lot of questions over buckboard bacon. I'm really curious because I didn't know that buckboard bacon existed. And I don't think it does. There is no such thing as buckboard bacon. I'm pretty sure what people were trying to say is imitation bacon. Correct? Or is it real bacon?
Oh, it's its own thing. 100%. It's not ground and reformed.
It's not ground and reformed?
Nope. Buckboard bacon is pork shoulder.
Oh, okay. So Canadian bacon.
Nope. Canadian bacon's loin.
Well, no, it's going to be the same process as Canadian bacon.
Yeah, same process.
Okay, yeah, that's all you got to do. Different muscle, but it's the same process. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we do have a video on Canadian bacon, though, right?
We do.
Okay. So anybody out there that is wanting to make buckboard bacon, which I was thinking was imitation bacon, it is whole muscle. If it's pork shoulder, you can take that and do any other whole muscle with it. My most familiar one is Canadian bacon, so you're taking a pork loin and making a quote-unquote bacon out of it. But go to meatgistics.com and look for our Canadian bacon recipe. Under the there's a meat recipe section, but that I would follow the same guidelines there, whether you're using a pork loin, a pork shoulder, any other whole muscle cut. If you're turning that into a quote-unquote bacon, run the same process as you would for a Canadian bacon, and that'll get you what you want.
I still don't see anything from Phil. I know we said we'd give him 5 minutes, but maybe we need to adjust that. I mean, I know you got lag of what, like max lag, probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, it can't be worse than 2 minutes unless somebody's paused and watching. And honestly, that's their fault. Yeah. Normally, like you shouldn't be more than probably 30 seconds behind.
You really should.
Well, 30 seconds behind someone else. Right. Behind us, sometimes it's quick, and they're only a couple seconds behind us. Sometimes they're 10 or 15 seconds behind us. But
so Jason, that is Weller's Antique 107, and we're not drinking it because it was $100 a bottle. Neither Austin or I are that big a whiskey fan, so we decided to give it away.
Nor do we have $100 to spare on that.
And Daniel Cybulski won that, so we're going to go ahead and send that to him. Frank says, thanks to you and the production crew for doing this live. All the people self-quarantined to break up their time. That was our thought behind doing this. Try to get people doing something fun. It's why we created a number to call in. Just trying to prevent people from being bored and going stir crazy. Which, I mean, also for us to do something.
We should run, before we end things at some point here, we should run like a quick like marathon deal. Hey, call in, Team Orange, Team Blue, hang up. And let's take like 10 calls, if we could do it, and see who wins.
Okay, so yes, I like the idea. My problem with it is that only one caller gets through at a time.
Yeah, so I know. So it's,
if we were going to do that, I definitely think we can do it, but we got to give Chris an opportunity to...
Oh, he hung up.
Okay. I think
Team Orange.
I think we got to do it where we have like an opportunity to put people on hold quickly. There's got to be.
There's no hold. They'll send them a voice.
Yeah, it's just kind of luck of the draw. I mean, whoever calls.
Someone from the 916, and they're like.
Are you Team Orange or Team Blue?
Blue.
Oh,
yes.
Hang it
Good
up.
job,
Come
propeller.
on, get him out of here.
We love it.
Next one. Oh, they're not there.
I can call them. Here's Harrison Hayden from 417.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Orange.
Woo! Thank you.
All right. Oh, here's.
So all you did was mention it and it happened. Answer one.
They're all.
Just pick one. It doesn't matter.
Someone's alive right now.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Blue.
Yes, 2-1. Good job.
I'm gonna keep calling in.
Keep calling.
If we hang up on you, yeah, keep calling in. We can only answer one at a time.
Orange or blue?
Orange.
Yeah, buddy.
Go for it.
Orange or blue?
Orange.
3-2. 3-2.
Okay.
Let's keep it going, people.
I liked it.
We got 5 votes so far. We got 5 more votes. Call in and let us know Team Orange, Team Blue.
3 people on the line. Go for one. Orange or blue?
Orange or blue?
Blue.
Yes, 3-3. Good job.
Orange or blue?
Orange or Blue? Team Orange or Team Blue?
Orange.
There we go. I only need one more to guarantee a not loss.
Orange or blue?
Blue, he said. Excellent.
Team
4-4.
Orange or Team Blue?
Orange.
Well, no, it's only the next one's the deciding vote.
Blue.
Oh, yes!
3 people on the line. Keep going.
No, it doesn't matter.
No,
That's 5.
I'm at 5-5.
No, you're not. You're 5-4.
No.
Ask him.
Yeah.
Well, stop. All right, then this is the deciding
Team
vote.
Orange or Team Blue? You better say Orange.
Team Blue.
Yes!
No, I was at 5-5.
2 more callers.
No, it's over. It's over. Team
No,
Blue.
I was at 5-5.
Ask him. Orange or
Team
blue?
Blue.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Orange.
It doesn't matter. I've already won.
No, I was at 5-5. You just can't
Orange or
count.
blue?
Orange or Blue?
Blue. IPA is
Orange or blue?
Orange or Blue? Team Orange or Team Blue?
Let's do this guy. Orange or blue?
Orange or blue?
Orange.
Yep.
You lost, then, so it doesn't matter.
Orange or blue?
We're 7-6 right now.
Orange or blue?
Blue.
Oh, 7-7.
No. I was up.
No, you
What kind
weren't.
of weird math are you using
Dude,
here?
you can't count.
All right, we got Tim Evers.
Tim, orange or blue?
Wait, hold on, right now.
Tim, orange or blue? Yes.
Here's a wireless caller, orange or blue?
Who wants a 10% discount?
Blue.
Say orange.
Says blue.
James, orange or blue?
Orange.
No, you came closer, but I still definitely won. Great job, Team Blue. We are proud of you guys.
We don't have blue anywhere on the masthead at all.
Doesn't matter. We have the hat, and it's the best.
Well, the only thing that matters, though, at the end of the day,
Butcher's
is
block?
Team Orange is ahead on
Butcher's
group
block,
count.
orange or blue? Team. All right, fair enough. 970. Grab that one.
Conduit.
970. Are you Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Orange.
Yeah.
Catching up, but none of this matters.
Yeah, there's no. I ended at 5 to
we
5.
Solidly won. That is
It seems like it's
wildly inaccurate. Grab Kenneth.
Willis or Kenneth?
Kenneth.
Kenneth. I feel like you know that guy.
Kenneth, Team Orange or Team Blue?
Blue.
Yes!
Someone named Chevrolet or something.
What is it?
I don't know.
No, grab Willis.
Someone's alive now.
Oh, Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Orange.
Man.
Yeah, buddy.
Wendy's alive.
Is he just cycling through? You're just hanging up on people?
Hey, Team Blue.
There you go. Team Blue.
Whoa.
We've had about like 30 calls.
You've just been I thought people have been hanging up. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Someone named Wireless Caller.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Blue.
Yes.
Wait, I couldn't hear you. Was that he said Team Orange?
Said Team Blue.
Now.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
So there's four people in my house, and it's times 4 to blue.
Whoa, no. One call, one vote. One call, one vote. One call, one vote.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I didn't hear that.
Excellent.
Oh, he hung up. I was gonna make
All right, so real quick. Nobody called back for the second, or nobody won the second knife.
Jay's live.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Blue.
Yeah. I think it's
John
beyond
Putnick
a
live.
doubt here.
Team Orange or Team Blue?
Blue.
Hey, okay.
Someone else is live.
New rule. Don't call in unless you're going to say orange.
Team Orange or Team Blue? Someone there?
Orange. That's what I heard. It was a whisper.
There was nothing.
Orange.
Hello.
Team Orange.
Team
Yeah.
Orange. Got an orange. Got an orange. All right, so we still needed one more winner for this knife.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to draw another winner. I'm revoking the last one. I'm just going to give you a... Wait, no. I thought I did see Phil. Nope, Phil didn't answer. Other people said that. Wow. All right, so I'm revoking Phil's win. We're still drawing one winner for this knife. I do need to get home and do some stuff. So I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to respond to this. Winner is Dennis Juice. Dennis, you got just like 2 minutes to respond. Juice. So respond as quick as you can, Dennis. You just need to respond in the comments saying you're here, and you will get one of these knives. If not, then invoke or revoke your win, and we'll move on to the next one. In making venison imitation bacon, would it hurt anything to add some additional salt to the recipe? My first batch was great, but I felt like I mean, if you made it and you really think it needs additional salt, it's not going to hurt anything. When making a reformed product like that, your biggest concern is not enough salt. So if you like things really salty, think about adding some more salt. My recommendation, though, because you're using venison, would be before you add additional salt is to add additional fat. So fat will let you experience all the flavors, including salt, more. So someone's saying, I see you, Dennis. He's Team Orange. I don't see any Dennis yet. Donald, he's definitely not Team Orange.
There's orange on your hat. There's no blue on ours.
But that wasn't Joseph, that wasn't Dennis that responded something about orange, so we still have some hope that he's not a bad person.
Serious.
That's awesome, Candace. I'm glad we could help make your birthday a little bit more fun. All right, so I feel like that's enough time for him to have responded if he's watching, right? Yep. Revoke.
People just don't want this last knife.
They do. They do. Jim Schwall. Jim, you've got just
Dennis is here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where?
Very much.
Dennis Jews?
Yeah, that is
J-O-O-S?
him. Can you write that one down too? We'll give it to him, guys. Sorry. Dennis.
There's a lag.
Yeah, there's a lag, and we didn't give people enough. We gave him a shorter time than we gave everybody else.
But we only have 3 selected, but we have 3 knives in a bottle, so we still have to draw another, right?
Nope. I had the call in.
Oh, the call-in one. Yeah, okay.
Are you going to do some sort of coupon or something?
Oh, yeah. Let's set something up there.
So, at the end of every live stream, Austin has done some sort of coupon for everybody who watched and was wanting to buy something. So he's creating that now, it seems like. You're welcome.
What does everybody want? Like 50 cents off a $100 order?
Something like that.
Does that sound like a good deal?
A 0.5%. So while he's creating that, thanks for joining us, guys. Just really, we threw this together last second on Thursday. I was looking at a bunch of things, seeming like people were going stir crazy. Just wanted to give at least a few of our viewers a way to connect with other people from other areas of the country, see how things were going on, have a good time, win some stuff, get a chance to call in, talk to us, talk to all the other Waltons and Meatgistics users. So I would definitely say this worked out well. These 2 hours flew by, absolutely flew by. This was incredibly fast. And also, happy this is going to somebody who's going to enjoy it. It's been sitting in our cabinet, and I've looked at it a few times, but I don't like whiskey enough to drink a $100 bottle of whiskey. Same thing with wine.
Yeah,
a $300 bottle of wine, I'm not drinking that.
I would feel really bad about even taking a sip of that because I'm going to spit it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
Hayden says he'd like 50% off of his $100 order.
Yeah, that's not going to happen because
too much.
If we did that, we would not be in business. For all of you that think that we make crazy margins, we don't.
We don't, yeah.
So
we don't.
Although this is probably the best coupon that I can or will ever do. For all of you that are stir crazy, we've got 15% off and free shipping on any order over $50. We're going to cap out that discount at $100. So to cap it out, that's $600-700 worth of stuff. So if you buy $2,000 worth of stuff, you buy a real fancy grinder, your biggest discount's $100. But for most everybody out there, 15% off, good discount, and then free shipping, so you don't have to worry about adding anything on at the end of it. I'm going to hit save on this, and our coupon code is LIVE321. That gets you 15% off any order and free shipping over $50.
I'm just glad you didn't make like Team Orange or something. I figured that's what we were going to do. So
I'm not
saw
an
you
asshole.
Smiling a time or two over there. So live 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is the winner. Yeah, grab him. You're live.
Hello?
How you doing? Yep, you're live. You won the last knife.
This is Dennis Jones. I was wondering if I had to call in or...
You didn't. Nope. You're all good. We have all your information from when you entered, and I will go ahead and I'll email you on Monday morning. We'll get your address, and we'll get this knife sent out to you.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks. Congratulations, Dennis.
Team Blue or Team Orange?
Thanks.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Team Blue or Team Orange?
Orange.
Right
on.
All right, let's shut this down. I got to get home. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Awesome live stream.
Yeah. We'll see you guys soon. We'll do another one at the start of the next month here, but this
April
has been
1st,
awesome. So
and it's not, we're not doing any type of weird joke. Like, we will be there.
yeah, we will be here April 1st. That's not a joke.
That ADL dehydrator. So
yeah.
So
thanks everybody.
we'll
Appreciate
see you guys
it.
then.